Hey fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and it's this video we're going to talk about this, which is Spider-Man Marvel Adventures issue number 1. And you guys may see me do a review of this little story in the future, which is called Franklin's Richard, Son of Genius. It's They have a little mini series of Mr. Fantastic's and the Invisible Woman's son in here. So, like I said, might make another video just based off this little story. So who knows? Who knows? Anywho, getting to what this video is supposed to be about, are my favorite Marvel hero outside of Black Panther, Spider-Man. Spider-Man and Black Panther are my two favorite comic book characters, or my two favorite characters of the Marvel side of things. And it starts out with the police raiding this mob house, right? And we get the sense, we get it off the bat that Spider-Man has been going around trying to, these mob houses trying to look for this one person, the Toronto crime family. And Gwen Stacy does the narrating here. She wants to be a news reporter, and she wants to know more about Spider-Man. Who is Spider-Man underneath the mask? Because nobody knows who Spider-Man is underneath the mask. And Spider-Man essentially stops this one guy, scaring the living crap out of this guy, letting the police essentially arrest him, the guy, and then Spider-Man essentially goes into this mob house to I think it's a mob house, but it has like where this corrupt judge of New York State is at, and he had allowed some members of this crime family get off when they should have probably served some time behind bars. So he's a corrupt judge. And I don't think Spider-Man is able to get that guy. And I gotta say, in this book, I feel like every other page is advertisement to something. Like, seriously, like, this comic is an advertisement of something. Like, holy crap. I'm not joking. Anywho, and then we get this person named Sophie Sandufel, who is a shot-offer, right? As Gwen's talking to her father. This is the girl. And of course, this is Gwen Stacy. And Gwen says that this girl, which is Sophia, she's Peter Parker's girlfriend, right? And her father says, Gwen's father says, I thought you two had something. And Gwen said, yeah, that expired. And it looks like she is kind of butthurt over that a bit. Then we get a shot in of Peter Parker in high school. And he's in history class, and he talks about something to do with the Mongols. Because his teacher sees that he's doodling a notebook. So his teacher kind of calls Peter Parker out. Peter Parker's essentially talks about the Mongols, which is the topic of the video, or of the class. And then Peter Parker goes with Gwen Stacy to interview some people. And I just love what J. Jonah Jameson says, which was because Gwen Stacy goes to different people to see what their view is of Spider-Man, and he says, JJ says, menace, threat, lawbreaker, crook, criminal, arrogant, pain in the neck, and you can quote me on that. And then Peter says, she knows she can quote you. That's what an interview is. So that's what's funny. And then the mob bosses, the crime family of this story, he was saying how Spider-Man has been thrown to their backside, and how some of the crime family in his family sector, as to say, is afraid to get webs in their hair, and the other families are laughing at their family, right? Which they want Spider-Man to essentially get killed. And as this narrates, we see Spider-Man just kicking some of these crime families up, right? Until on this page is when we finally get Spider-Man having some of his playful banter with the bad guys. And saying, "Oh, I was playing a lot of video games. I got this new move I want to test out in real life." And his girlfriend in the booth calls the police and calls the Daily Bugle, letting them know it's a war zone, right? And I can't Spider-Man, it's a really intense battle. And it's only one page. I just wish that there wasn't so much advertisement in this comic book, because that can I don't mind some advertisement, but this most advertisement can throw me out of the story a bit. But the battle fight scene was intense, and I guess the reason why they had so much advertisement was so they can get this story in. Which, yeah. But, like I said, when I do try to get back into the scene, because the advertisements, the constant advertisements kind of throw me out of it a bit. That's my only negative towards this comic, this particular issue, is that seems like there's half the comic you're reading is advertisements. But Spider-Man tries to escape. I can't tell if he tries to make himself seem injured or whatnot, but later on you see this big gauze on his head. But Spider-Man escapes. He opens up this window, door, I mean to say, and the mob family is surrounded by news reporters and police officers, so they have nowhere to go. And then his girlfriend was saying, because his girlfriend, I guess, is the only one who knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So she was saying, "You pretended to slip and hurt your leg just like you planned." And then Peter or Spider-Man tries to play it off yeah, sure. It went just like I planned. Every single aspect of it. And then this is shot I was referring to, where we see this big gulch on Peter's head. And it ends with we get images, right? But we get Gwen Stacy narrating, saying Spider-Man is an enigma. Sometimes he is an inspiration to different people. Some people is hope, some people he inspires fear. And nobody really knows who Spider-Man is, or why he justifies putting on that costume. And it essentially ends there. And I'm very interested. It's been a while since I read that comic book arc or comic book series. And yeah, there's I got for me is 12 issues. This is all my issues right here, and there's 12 issues that I've gained. There's more. My mom used to buy these comic books for me because she knew how much I love comic books, and I think at the time I barely had any mail come to me, and my brother had more mail than I did. So I think she also tried to have like these Spider-Man comics go in the mail for me to make me feel more special at the time. I was like what, 8, 9, 10 when the Spider-Man Marvel Adventures were coming out, and so I think at the time I was kind of getting, I was feeling left out, I guess, because my brother would get more mail than I would. So like I said, she would get me these, just make me feel more special that I got something in the mail. Which I'm happy, like, I appreciate my mom for doing that, because she did one of two things, well, two things for me. She made me at the time feel more special, of course, and she got me my first little comic book collection. It's an incomplete collection because she stopped at number 12 for me, but I absolutely adored like getting my first comic book collection. Like, in terms of like, I never really had like, I also have Captain Underpants, which I had like that book series, but I never had a series of like comic books in like one go, if you get my meaning, like I did with this. So I am very much appreciative that even though this particular set is not complete, my mom gave me the chance to do my first collection of the same story arc, or story run, if that makes sense, comic book run, if that makes sense. And so I'm very much appreciative of my mom for that. Even like I said, even though it's not complete, I only got the first 12 issues. So yeah, I'm very much appreciative of my mother for that. So that said, I don't think let me quickly go check. I don't think part 2 has a story at the end. No, it doesn't. So it's only this issue, I believe, out of all 12 issues I got, that has a story at the end. So, like I said, at some point, not only can you guys expect me continuing this series, but you guys can also expect me reviewing this little short story that is in this, in part 1 of Spider-Man Adventures. That has nothing to do with Spider-Man whatsoever, outside of it being Marvel. That's it. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy this. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Let me know if you guys read this. And if you guys read this, what was your guys' thoughts of this? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that said, love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Guy one another. And I'll talk to you guys later.